Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So it was suggested to me to do potentially a clean beauty wish list. So obviously things I'm dying to try, would love to try at some point, but maybe they aren't necessarily the most accessible products for me to get to, or for me at the moment I'm kind of on a February and no buy sort of thing at the moment. So I thought it'd be quite fun. So I've got 10 products I really would love to try at some point, and I kind of get on my wish list. The first bunch, kind of the first half, are kind of brands that you mainly find in America, so you have to get them shipped over from America, which is always a pain because you don't know about custom charges. Some of them are available on Amazon, but I'm a bit funny about buying makeup on Amazon. I don't know if I always trust it necessarily. If you're someone who has bought from Amazon, let me know down below your how it's gone, if it's like legit, like you found actual proper brands on there and stuff, and things like that. It just makes me a bit wary. And I always find it's quite hard with clean beauty, especially in the UK, because there are plenty of websites that you can go to. So I've got Naturissimo, Love Lula, Lilio has their own website here, you've got Glow Organics, iHerb, there's a few more, but they're all online based things. There aren't really any shops here. There's maybe one or two if you went to London, which are more like natural based makeup shops, but apart from that you have to kind of all go online for it. Where some websites do offer samples, not all do, and some obviously non-toxic makeup can be slightly more on the pricey side, so it's always quite difficult sometimes. And I definitely, if I can, try and get a sample first, because I think it's definitely the best way to go, to try it out and not spend loads of money. But like I said, with some options or some products it's just not an option. So yeah, especially with these first kind of 5 or 6 products that I've got on my wish list, they are ones that are slightly more harder to get hold of in the UK and potentially don't have samples for me to try. So as I mentioned the products, if there's any you've tried and you absolutely love, please let me know down below. Or if you... So let's get started. I will say a lot of these are eye-based, so eyeshadow palettes or just eye-based products. That and lip products are the things that excite me the most. With face products I tend to have my go-to ones, so I maybe have like 2 or 3 clean beauty highlighters that I love. Concealer wise at the moment I've got the one that I really love and stuff like that. Base products I tend to be more stick with the same ones, whereas eyeshadows I love going crazy, as with lips. So that's something I just will point out. So first product comes from the brand Fit Glow Beauty, which actually is a Canadian based clean beauty brand. I hear so many of the American just Canadian clean beauty influencers that I watch or follow on Instagram always talk about Fit Glow Beauty. And the one thing, apart from the foundation, which is one thing that people talk about, it's the lip colour serums I always hear people mention, and they always look so pretty. They're kind of like hydration for the lips, but they've got a nice like bout of colour to them, and they look really pretty. So yeah, so it says on the Fit Glow website that the lip colour serum goes beyond just adding colour and hydration to the lips. The plant-based gloss serum gently plumps without irritation. And they go into why there's certain ingredients in there. So it's got organic pomegranate plant sterols, beet extract, vegan collagen, is that what it says? Yeah, and antioxidants improve lip cell structure and health to diminish fine lines and leave lips full and soft. And it talks about here how the lips, it's harder to get hydration to them, that's why they need the extra bit of help with, like, you know, have moisturising stuff. So this is like a 2-in-1. You've got the great moisturising factor of this, but plus beautiful colours. And they have 12 different shades to pick from, which is really cool. The ones, well, judging by the website, the ones that like kind of intrigue me the most colour wise is probably Go, Juice and Ever as well, and maybe Nudie. But they all kind of, there's a good news section. They got some full nice colour ones as well. And yeah, I just keep hearing, whenever I hear Fit Glow Beauty, apart from foundation, the lip serums is the other thing that I hear constantly mentioned and raved about, and it's got some really good reviews on here. So obviously it's cruelty-free, organic ingredients, toxin-free, gluten-free, product candidate, and it's recyclable, which is always a bonus as well. So yeah, they do retail for $42 US, which is, in my opinion, quite pricey. You get 10 grams of product, but again, because I hear such great things about them, potentially I'm kind of more willing to spend that kind of money on something. But like I said, Fit Glow Beauty is based in Canada. so I'd have to get it shipped over here, I think. I don't like custom charges, which is why I'm kind of like holding off for now. So I've got two products from, again, a brand called Beauty Counter. Again, it's a US based product that you can't get over here, I don't think, without shipping over. And I've seen a few things on there. One thing that don't know if I've heard many people talk about it from what I've read and from what I've watched, but they do a tint skin hydrating foundation, whereas I'm always on the lookout for a really good clean beauty foundation. I've got my Hint concealer, which I can use as a foundation and a concealer and a foundation, and I've just got the Davina Organics Silk Cream foundation, which I'm waiting for the website to come back so I can get the full size. That which I really like. They do give really good decent coverage, whereas I'm after something now that gives like a tint to the skin, quite lightweight, just for those really kind of everyday natural looks where maybe your skin just needs a little bit of help, but you don't want too much on the skin. And actually, well, they only have 10 shades, which isn't great, but the shade range, I mean, it's quite a jump in between, so I'm not saying this is good, but from other green beauty, clean beauty brands I've seen, it actually goes quite dark. Now, I don't know what undertones are like or anything like that, so I'm not someone who can test it out and see how good those shades are, obviously. But in terms of what I've seen from other clean beauty brands, it's one of the better shade ranges. Still not great because there's only 10 shades, like I said, so it's quite a jump between each shade. But again, because it's a thin skin, it's a lightweight, like a tinted moisturiser type foundation. And with stuff like that, if it's full coverage, you need to be much more precise with your colour matching because it's more obvious. With a tint, you can be a bit more flexible because obviously it's not like full coverage, so it's going to kind of sink into your skin more. But yeah, I'm really looking for like a green beauty, foundation that's something lighter on the skin. Perfect maybe more for the summer times where I don't want something really heavy on my skin, but I don't want nothing, just in case I have a few like imperfections or a bit of redness, because sometimes I get redness in the cheeks. So although I can just pop concealer on the spots and be good, sometimes I just want a little bit of something over the cheek area to kind of counteract the redness in my skin tone. So yeah, this looks really nice. Again, it's had really great reviews, and again, this is a brand which really kind of looks at the packaging and finds like the least harmful chemicals that could potentially leach into the products. And the other thing from Beauty County, which I'm kind of really like the look of and thought looks beauty, is they do some beautiful eyeshadow palettes. So they've got one 18 shade palette called the Necessary Neutrals eyeshadow palette, which retails $89, which is not actually something that I particularly would go for. Yes, it's got some beautiful neutral colours, but it doesn't excite me. Like, I've got plenty of neutral palettes, so it's kind of like, oh yeah, it looks pretty, but like I said, I've got plenty of neutral palettes, so that's kind of not what I want to spend my money on. And then they've got 4 9 shadow palettes. One is called Classic, another Romantic. They're more the neutral tones, one's slightly warmer than the other, one's more cool toned. You've got another one which kind of got neutrals but pop of blue, Iconic. The blue looks stunning in Iconic. But the one that actually excites me the most, and the one that I really would love to try out, is the Velvet Eyeshadow Palette Statement. So it's got the blues, it's got some greens, there's a golds in there, a nice black. It's like a purpley colour, a really nice cool toned look. So I am actually at the moment preferring the cool tones on the eyes. And like I said, I've got plenty of neutral palettes, so I want to experiment with colour. Again, I've seen amazing things from this palette. I've seen great swatches of it. I've seen it in action and it looks amazing. And eyeshadow palettes is something, like I said, eyeshadows and lips I'm kind of more gravitate towards because it's fun. You can experiment with them. And yeah, like I said, out of the 4 or 5 palettes there, this is the one that definitely intrigued me the most. Bold and exciting colours play off beautiful neutrals to create sophisticated editorial inspired looks. Flattering to all skin tones, it features 9 long-wearing shades in matte and satin finishes, plus an attitude-elevating sparkling topper shade. So I've seen this one, the shade Crown, which is kind of like dark goldy green colour in the middle, is the one that's the eye glitter topper or eyeshadow topper. So the rest are satin and matte, which actually is really nice because it's hard to find, I think. Well, there aren't that many palettes that I've seen that have actual matte shades. A lot of them do have the more of a satin finish to them, so it's always really nice to see. So that is the one out of all of them that I would love to play with. Like I said, the colours are beautiful. I'm kind of at the moment really drawn to greens and blues, and like I said, there's a pop of purple in there, which is called Mulberry, which looks stunning as well. So that is definitely an eyeshadow palette I'd love to try out. Okay, moving on to two products I know I can get in the UK really easily and stuff. And it's a brand, it's from the very first brand of non-toxic makeup that I tried out. And actually I've had some requests recently to do some more kind of purely Lily Lolo makeup looks. I have not done that for a while. So there's two things I really would love to try from them. One's probably no surprise, and it's the Big Lash Mascara. Obviously I recently tried the Benicus one, the maximum volume one, which I do really like. It takes some building up to get the volume, but I will get the volume in the end because that's kind of my sort of preferred lash look, is to have the volume in it. Now the first Lily Lolo mascara, the natural one, was okay, but it wasn't my favourite. It's more for the, I guess, lengthening, and it just didn't really do much for me. But this one, I've heard really great things about it. There's still a waiting list. At the moment when I'm looking at the website, it's still a 5-week waiting list, so clearly it is that good. And what I really like is I love the shape of the brush, so it kind of like tapers in the middle and is quite fat on the outer two sides, which is what I really like. My other favourite kind of from the conventional brand that I absolutely love, which you may know, is the Kiko Extra Sculpt Volumizing Mascara. And that one out of the conventional makeup gives the best volume and is absolutely my favourite. And this has almost a very extremely similar mascara one, which is why it excites me as well. So I really am hoping that when it finally gets in stock and I get to try it, it has that impact that the Kiko one has and really adds that volume to my eyes, because like I said, I've got naturally long lashes, so the lengthening part for me is not necessary in a way, but I want that volume. I like the full lashes. I obviously don't want mine to necessarily look spidery, although I don't mind that with certain looks, but I definitely want the volume to be there. I just think big lashes, eyelashes are really beautiful, volume eyes and stuff like that. So yeah, I really want to try this, and as soon as it's back in stock I'm going to try it. The other thing I'd love to try, so another thing I'd love from, well, there's multiple things I love from Lily Lolo, but the one I use on a daily basis is obviously the Lily Lolo eyeshadow powder. I have my own shade Dark at the moment, although I kind of wish I kept the medium because I've gone slightly redder and lighter than my hair. I think the medium would suit you better, but the dark is absolutely fine. I've got it on my eyebrows now, and it's absolutely fine. I mean, my hair doesn't look that much lighter in the camera, but I think it's just the lighting and stuff. But they've brought out a brow duo pencil, which I quite like powders, I like pencils, and I really like pomades as well. So I really would like to try out the brow duo pencil just to see what it's like. I think you can only get in 2 shades, which is weird, light and medium, so I probably would go medium with that. So it's got the pencil on one side, and it's also got a highlighter on the other side. It looks like quite a pearly pink highlighter, so you can just pop it under your brows. Yeah, this 2-in-1 brow duo pencil glides on effortlessly to fill and define brows. The highlighter brightens to lift the arch, creating well-shaped, natural-looking eyebrows. Now, I'd prefer it if it had a spoolie on the other end, but I have multiple spoolies dotted about my room, so that's not a big deal. But if you like travelling, it's sometimes just easier if it's on the end. But yeah, I'm really kind of intrigued to try it. Like I said, I really love the powder formula, so I'm just kind of curious to see how the pencil formula is like from Lily Lolo. And like I said, there's been a few products that I haven't particularly enjoyed from Lily Lolo, but most of them I've definitely enjoyed. And like I said, it's one of the first brands I ever tried that was non-toxic, so it kind of like holds a place in my heart, Lily Lolo. And yeah, I just think the packaging's really beautiful and stuff like that. So yeah, that's another thing I'd really love to try from Lily Lolo. Okay, so the next one is something I can get in the UK. It's from 100% Pure. I think I can get this off Naturissimo Love Lula. They did have an 100% Pure UK website, but I can no longer find it, so I don't know what happened with that one. But the thing I've been hearing people raving about, which makes me want to try it, is the kind of bamboo blur powder. I really enjoy my RMS, but it gets very, very messy, and I think I want to change it to the tinted one, as I think sometimes the white, if you're not careful, it could give some flashback because it's very finely milled and stuff. Whereas this one comes in 4 colours, and it's kind of got a mesh in there, so you just squeeze and the right amount comes out, so it's not like a real mess of a powder. And watching a whole bunch of different kind of clean beauty influencers 2018 favourites, this popped up everywhere, and I've always loved 100% Pure. I don't think I've tried a product from them yet that I have not liked. I haven't tried a lot from them, admittedly, But all the ones that I have tried, so I've tried the lip caramels, the matte lipsticks you know I love. I've got Marrakesh on my lips right now. Mixed in with a little bit of Nudula from Lily Lolo just to lighten it slightly. Also I've got Sandstone and Pink Canyon from them. I've got the bronzer, the Cocoa Pigmented Bronzer I love, the Fruit Pigmented Blusher that I love, all the eyeshadow palettes as well. What else have I tried? Oh, the liquid liner is really nice as well. Yeah, I don't think I've had anything that I haven't necessarily not enjoyed. You get translucent, light, medium and tan. So again, not the best shade range. So it says for all skin types, it's blurring, skin perfecting powder provides sheer to light coverage and makes your complexion look silky and poreless. So obviously I need a good powder. I have a very oily T-zone and that's kind of the area which needs setting. I don't mind having the rest of the skin kind of glowy and stuff, that doesn't bother me, but especially just T-zone, it needs setting. Like I said, I do love my RMS powder, but I probably want to change it to the tinted version. And also I just find it's quite messy in terms of packaging. This is loose as well, but like I said, it's got the mesh. So you just squeeze it down and it just seems like a tidier packaging. So another eyeshadow palette that is on my wish list is actually from a brand called Honeybee Gardens, and I discovered it through the Think Dirty app. I was having a look, I clicked on eyeshadow category to see what really clean beauty eyeshadow palettes are out there, and this one popped up, and the first one that actually popped up I think on the app was the Party Girl eyeshadow palette, and when you see it, which I'll pop a picture here, the colours look amazing. I was like, okay, that looks stunning. You know I love to play with colours, and like I said, I'm not so drawn to the neutral palettes so much anymore, and this looked like some really fun colours. And in particular in this palette, they're all matte, which again is beautiful. And I haven't really seen any really bright colours within the clean beauty makeup world. And it's kind of one of the first, I mean they may well be, but this is the first palette I've seen where the colours have been like, wow. I definitely want to try them out. They have a whole selection of eyeshadow palettes, Honeybee Gardens, and one that you can make, and you can also create your own with the loose eyeshadows and put them in like a pan of 4 I think, or a pan of 3. Again, this is one that's US based. I can find them on iHerb, but not the palettes. There's very few limited products on iHerb. And I can find the palettes actually on Amazon, but again, like I said at the beginning, I'm just slightly nervous about ordering makeup from Amazon. So yes, this is the Party Girl eyeshadow palette. It retails for $29.99. $30, which is, I'd say, not too bad at price. It comes with a brush. The packaging is really pretty as well, really cool and vibrant. So it says on here, Party girls never take life too seriously. Life's a beach, so celebrate in bold, trendy style. Our pigment-rich palette of vivid shades will turn any shrinking violet into a ravishing beauty. Be the life of the party. So you get 4 shades. It comes in a recyclable magnetic palette and includes a jewel and sponge brush, bamboo applicator, which is eco-friendly and cruelty-free. It's obviously gluten-free. So you've got 4 colours: Velour, which is a matte plum; Mojito, matte green; Cupcake, a matte pink; and Shipwreck, which is the matte blue. And I mean, I don't know how many looks you get out of it because it's only 4 shades and they're quite vibrant, but you could have some fun and have really cool, colourful eyeshadow looks. So that is definitely what I want to try. Okay, so next up is a product from RMS Beauty. I have been really wanting to try the eye polishes for a while. I don't have many kind of cream eyeshadows in my collection, and I always see them and they always look so beautiful, and I just think for like a quick, if you're on the go or you're in a hurry but you want something added to your eyes, it's a really great way. You can pop them on with your finger or just get a brush and buff them into your lid and you're kind of good to go. It's a really fast, easy way to kind of apply an eyeshadow if you're in a rush and stuff. And I've seen so many beautiful colours of these. The one that actually I'm kind of drawn to the most is not the most vibrant, but it's the shade Solar. It's kind of like golden green colour, but it looks really pretty at the moment. Like I said, I'm drawn to the greens and blues as things at the moment, and it looks really beautiful. And again, you can just quickly buff it onto lids, down on your low lash line, pop mascara on, and you're good to go. They retail for £26. I found them off the Love Lula website in the UK. A veil of sheer metallic hues that give these unique shadows a glowing, light reflective finish, not seen in traditional eyeshadows. They have a subtle, glossy quality, giving them a fashion-forward finish that's both flattering and youthful. Oh, it says these polishes double up double as an eye cream to nourish and moisturise the eye area, separating them from the commercial eyeshadows that can accelerate ageing and emphasise these lines. So they work amazingly on dry or ageing eyes, which I think is pretty cool. So I have a few selection of colours. Inspire actually looks really beautiful. It's kind of like a baby blue, but this one, Solar, was the one that actually kind of intrigued me. I do think they have a few kind of more matte ones if you just wanted a matte polish, but I kind of want to go for the more metallic, glossy looking one. So that is another one that I really would love to try. And kind of the final product on my wish list at the moment is from Juice Beauty, which I haven't tried anything from Juice Beauty. I really wanted to have heard. So I always hear Rianne talk about them, and I've always been intrigued and wanted to try Juice Beauty. Apparently they do some really great skincare stuff as well. But something that actually looks stunning and something I've wanted to try out is the Juice Beauty Photo Pigments, or Phyto Pigments Last Looks Blush. That's a weird name. Juice Beauty Phyto Pigments Last Looks Blush. Okay, so it's a cream blusher. It only comes in 2 shades. I'm looking at the Naturissimo website for this, and it's £26. So it's enhanced cheeks with luxurious buildable cream cheek colour that delivers a healthy, natural looking flush to flatter a variety of skin tones. And I really want to be trying more cream blushers. I think they look really pretty, especially when it's the summer. They look so natural on the skin. And like I said, with that paired with that tinted foundation from Beauty Counter, it just make a really pretty, like, natural, everyday makeup look. I really want to get more into cream based face products as well, because I know so many people like them. They do look more natural on the skin, giving that more glowing appearance. I would still obviously need to make sure my T-zone's set, but there's some really pretty shades. The one that actually I'm drawn to is Seashell, which is a bright pink. I mean, it doesn't look that bright on the screen, but... So I've got a few like lip and cheek tints at the moment, which are really nice, but I prefer them more for my lips, so I want something more base for the cheeks. And these look really nice, and I don't think you need, like, you only need a small amount, because I think they're quite pigmented, which is perfect, so it'll last you a while. And yeah, I've heard, like I said, I heard Rianne talk about them a lot, and I just really kind of I've heard Rianne talk about Juice Beauty a lot, and this is kind of one of the products I've been really wanting to try for a while, and yeah, it looks really beautiful. So that is all the products on my current Clean Beauty wish list. I think I might have said 10 products at the beginning, but it's actually only 9 that I mentioned. Like I said, a lot of them were eye based because that is something I'm just drawn to. I love creating fun looks, so none of them are really in a neutral toned, apart from the RMS polish. But even that's quite a nice, unusual colour as well. And yeah, and like I said, they're products I want to try. Some are accessible to me, some are not so accessible to me, like based in the US or Canada, and shipping could be an issue. But like I said, if you've tried them and you think they're amazing, let me know. Or if you know places in the UK which sell them, for me to get my hands on them. Again, let me know what's on your kind of Clean Beauty wish list. I kept this all makeup products this time. If you'd like to see another one based on just Clean Beauty skincare or other kind of non-toxic bits and pieces, I could definitely do it again. There's probably more products that I'm really eager to try, but these were kind of the ones that I've been wanting to try for a while. I keep seeing people rave about them, so yeah, that's this video complete. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.